Alright, so you're looking at some daytime running lights. The left clearly will eventually be the LED. The right will be the halogen. This is base footage of my dualies. You can see it looks pretty much the same on both sides. One thing I want to point out, watch the screen here. When the LED comes on right now, you see how it dimmed down? That is not the LEDs doing that. That's the camera doing that. It doesn't really do it for the halogen, and because of that, it doesn't pick up the LED headlights as well as it does the halogen. So I just wanted to clarify, just why the footage looks the way it does. Like right now, the halogen looks better than the LEDs, and that's just because of the camera. You'll see even when I have all my lights on, so it should be pretty even, the halogen side is still picking up the light differently. When I have my 20-inch single row, my set of dualies, and my high beams on the headlights on both sides, you can see that it looks quite a bit different. The light on the LED side is very even, and you can't really even tell that there's the 20-inch on because it's just picking up the light altogether. Where the halogen, it's obvious that there's something else on besides just headlights. My 20-inch is creating a hot spot in front of the truck on the halogen side. This is going to be the same test of running down. Just the reason I ran is just so you could see what it looks like to have an object, right? So this is low beams for both, and the LEDs are better. This is hard to tell, but remember, the camera isn't picking up the LEDs as well as it does the halogen. So the LEDs are actually a little brighter than what you see. I didn't want to tweak the footage because I'm not an expert at it, and I don't know exactly what to do to make it look proper. So the LEDs at low beams, much better than halogen. Now this is high beams. LED high beams don't look as good in this footage. The right side is the halogen, and you could see me all the way down to the end, where right now you could hardly see me down there with the LEDs, right? That's not really what it looks like. In real life, when you're out there, where I'm standing right now at about 100 yards, you could still see the ground. You can still, if you had to drop something, you'd still be able to find it all the way down there. So the camera's not doing it justice right now, and it's kind of tough to show you, and I don't know how to make it any better. That's why I have a couple of different versions that you'll be able to see. But the LEDs, you could tell, are brighter and throw more light. There is snow on the right side. There's just more snow on the left side. So let's cut to a driving. Alright, so right off the bat, if you look at the top, that's the LEDs, and that is much brighter. You can see the road is clear, and the snow is really reflecting back, where once this car passes on the bottom, you'll see the halogens aren't really like that. So you can see the road, you can see the sides. I mean, the snow should still be reflecting more than it is, and it's just not. So the brights, I'm switching between brights on both. You can tell that the LEDs have more light thrown around, where the halogens, they're not, the truck doesn't come with bad headlights, they're just not as good. The camera is evening this out better than it really is. The LEDs are better for daily driving. Alright, so this is so you can see the cutoff. You'll see the LEDs do have a pretty solid cutoff. The halogens, see how intense the halogens look? But if you look at that light on the side of the garage, it's the same bulb, but the LEDs are so much whiter and so much brighter as the camera adjusts and brings down the intensity of the light. That's why it looks yellow and dim on the top side, and it looks so bright on the bottom. That's because of the camera adjusting. So the LEDs are actually way brighter in real life in this test than what you're seeing, which is kind of unfortunate. Alright, so now this is the iPhone. Basically the same run through as I did before, and you can see that's low beams, and then I'll change it up between them. There you can see the LEDs are throwing way more light. So you'll see in a minute, I'm going to show you the high beams too. The iPhone did a pretty good job. As a comparison, right there you go. Now you have both high beams for both LEDs and halogens. Pause the video if you need to. I only have a few more clips left, so I'll just kind of recap the lights. The LEDs are better than halogens. They are better for daily driving. The camera did pick up the halogens better for some reason, all three cameras that I used. So just take that into account when you watch this video, when you look at if you go back and look at any of the footage. They do have a good cutoff. They are bright. The brights do go further. There's just different technology, different types of light. But I like the LEDs way more. They match my truck better, because I run the dualies they're floods, but I run them basically as my fog lights. And now they match pretty close. They're a little whiter than the dualies are, but it's a lot better than the yellow halogens. I like the LEDs way more. That you could actually see a lot further than this. Right now that's the brights, and then I'm going to zoom in a second here. And I'm not down there anymore, but it's going to be with my 20-inch on, my LED headlights on, and my dualies on. And so there you go. There's low beams, high beams, low beams, high beams. And the LEDs are great. They throw tons of light. They use the housings correctly. I have not been flashed yet, and I've had these in now for over a week with lots of driving at night. I haven't been flashed by anybody, but just having my friends drive my truck for me, they are bright, which is awesome. That's exactly what you want. That's what I wanted. The camera's 50 yards down. That's dualies right there. And that's my bright lights, low beams, high beams, low beams, high beams. And I'm just switching back and forth. You can see the amount of light. That's the 20-inch, right? So the 20-inch is way brighter. If this was halogens, I'm not sure how it would look in the camera. I don't have this footage for the halogens. Those are just the LEDs. And then this is the last clip that I have, and it's just a close-up of the headlights. Switch between high and low beams, a couple of different angles. Thank you guys for watching this. I hope you learned about these and helped you make a decision on whether you want them or not. I'd appreciate if you would like and subscribe to my channel or comment if you do or don't like something. It does, I just would like to hear some feedback. I did do a video of the installation of these, so if you want to see that, there'll be links when that video's up. I did this just so I could help a few people out that weren't really sure what to think of these lights and if they really worked, and couldn't find any videos showing it, and so I did the best I could. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.